Well, hello, reader, and welcome to
Read some books.
Here I go again. Today I am doing another TBR, and this is for June. And yes, there is quite a few books in front of me, and I am going to do my best. I think I'm going to have a few that's going to be like a maybe, but we'll see how we do. I'm just even now I've already kind of started quite a few of these, so and read through quite a bit. That's why I have a little more on my list than I did last month. The first book, it's been on my shelf for a while, and yes, I have not read it yet, and it's surprising. Yes, of course it is. This is the first of the Red Rising series. This is the first trilogy, and then there's the other one after that. I am following along with this one in an immersive reading with the dramatic version on audiobook. And so all the sound effects, the voice acting, and it's incredible. It's really good. And so I'm a little ways through it, about like 13 pages, so I just started it up. We'll see if I finish that in the month. The next one, this might be a maybe too, depending, because this is quite a big guy. And this is The Demon in White. And that is by your boy, Christopher Rocchio.
Good dude.
And he's coming in and swinging home runs every time with the first two. Man, they were so good. It took a little while for the second one to kind of pick up a little bit, but once it did, it was just phenomenal. The next book I'm starting, a lot of you heard of, especially with the new movie coming out, or it may have already came out, I don't know. Resident Evil. This is based off the first one, and this is the video game here. And this is classic, man. I played this way back in the day. It's 6 books in the series. It goes all the way up to like Code Veronica. So you have the Resident Evil 1, and then you have 2 with Leon, and then you have 3 Nemesis, and then it goes up to Code Veronica. But there are some original novels in between there, and this is based off of the first one. It's so good with the characters. It's just like the game. Even the lines that they say in the game are in the book. So you see Chris, Billy, and you got Wesker, and you got Jill. What's her name? Rebecca? I believe her name is Rebecca. The other one, she's like brand new. The turn of events and the mysteriousness of the estate that they're in, it's fantastic. And I really like it. So if you're a fan of the video game at all and you're nostalgic for it, pick these up. These are good. I mean, they're really good. The book adaptation of the video game. So it's great. I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm about 102 pages into it. So, and they're short. They're only like a couple hundred pages. Maybe this one's 250. The next one, I'm sure you guys all heard of, by Blake Crouch, and that is Dark Matter. I'm about 140 pages into it. I didn't know what to expect, but the turn of events in this book it's got me like on edge. I don't want to spoil it, but it's like alternate universes about this, and then dark matter. What is it? What is this matter? And it's suspenseful, and it's great. It will have you wanting to turn the pages over and over again, because I just started this a couple days ago. I had to snap out of it. Like, whoa, where am I at? Oh yeah, I'm reading. It really puts you in the story. You feel like you're there. At Blake Crouch, this is my first time reading one of his books, and whew, yeah, this is fantastic so far. So I'm going to be finishing that up for sure. For the classic this month, I decided to go with Fahrenheit 451. Very interesting, to say the least. The writing, it's very like quirky, strange. Some things, don't make sense, but it's said in such a creative thinking. And there's tragic things that happen. The firemen, you can't read books in this world because there's always these people who read the books and become super smart. They dominate the world, right? And then they power themselves over the people who aren't, well versed in books and all that. Their thought was like, hey, let's just get rid of all books so that way everyone is the same kind of level, right? And that way nobody is over anybody. So anybody who has a library or anything, they straight up, they burn the libraries, they burn these books. And then the firemen, so the firemen are part of like the authority. It's poetic, but it's like creepy and weird at the same time. The character is so lively, and the other characters, they're so mysterious, so you can't help but like be tugged in. It's a quick read. This is the 60th anniversary, so it has a whole lot of other stuff in the back end of it, so you can read about the with Ray and all that. So I'm really highly enjoying this so far, and I'll probably finish it up within the next day or so. Next one I'm reading, I'm finally continuing in the series because I love these characters. I hate to see it go. That is Brandon Sanderson's The Mistborn and the Hero of Ages, the last of the trilogy with these cool characters. To see Vin in action, to see Scoot doing things, characters that I thought were, So yeah, and this is, I'm really seeing the Brander Lanches, I believe what they call it, like his end of his books are just like heavy hitters, boom. And so you see that in this book, and it's nonstop action. I feel so bad for Sazed, the poor guy. But then like Van is kind of went through like a similar circumstance, so he can kind of relate to her. But one thing I told you to do, I didn't even do. So he's like a hypocrite in that. So he's the poor guy, man. I love Sazed. He's just a little bit melancholy in this for sure. Ellen, he really steps out of his britches in this. He's like, here I am, I'm Ellen, hear me roar. And so I'm liking Ellen a lot more in this book. It's gonna be sad to see that end. It really is. The other one is, I was thinking about continuing the Lonesome Dove series. Judging by my TBR for this month, I just couldn't fit in another big book. For June in the Ranch, which this is June, and it's customary that you read a Western in June on the Ranch month. So my pick is Black Rose. It's a local author. This is from Arlo Z. Graves. And it's a Western, and metals react differently in this world. The gun starts coming alive as you use it, and there's like a whole different cool element to it. A very small novella. It'll go quick. This would be my June in the Ranch pick for June, and I'm looking forward to reading that. This other one I'll be finishing up here pretty soon because I am just absolutely loving it. I'm already 160 pages into it, and that is Knife's Edge. This is Knife's Edge, the book one, the Ronin saga, and this is from Matthew Wolfe. It's so good. It's so fast paced. Plays out like an anime. It really does. Very fast, very flowy, and the monsters and stuff in it, and the beast, and just the mystery. Oh, it's great. It's like I'm really looking forward to reading that. This is more of a horror type of book. It's by Fallon O'Neill. This book here is called Inheritance. A guy that's down on his luck, and then he's like, he gets penniless, and he's in financial ruin. A discovery of this hole that withholds a creature in there, and I'm just, because I haven't really read too many horror stories. That's that book, and I'm looking forward to it. This next one is kind of spoiling what my new pickups for the month of June is. I couldn't resist. As soon as I got it, the book was perfect, right? The smell of it, the sound of it, the feel of it. It was just perfect. Once I started reading it, I was like, oh yeah. This is Shadow of the Gods by John Gwynne. This is the first book in the Bloodswarm trilogy. Because I always saw that dragon, but if you notice down in there, there's a little guy. So that thing is ginormous compared to that little guy on the mountain there. What can I say about this? I'm 100 pages into it. There's just not a dull moment. The prose are so good. It's just so flowy. You are in the scene with John and his description of all these characters. If you're not paying attention, you'll get lost quick because there's a lot of happenings very fast. A lot of character introductory. It is action packed. Let's just say that. There's this huge war amongst gods and they kill each other off, but their bones hold power, their powers, right? And some of these people get these powers. It corrupts them. There's a lot of people who display this power. Society goes after and kills them because they're like, they should not be having these powers. They become crazy. So there is a few people, the main characters are the ones who happen to have some of these powers. And I don't know what happens after that. I'm assuming these beasts that come after you, the beasts are the result of the battle amongst the gods. They came out from the underworld and now they're surfacing, and it's because of the whole thing. So now there's like these big huge wolves and snakes and things like that, and when you're talking beast, I'm there. When you're talking beast and dragons, yes, okay, yes. This is a maybe for this month. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get to it. The same with the next one after. And this is the Brandon Sanderson. I just really wanted to get into this because I've been wanting this book forever, but I was just like, just didn't want to pay the full price for it. So I finally got like premium membership from Barnes & Noble. I got premium membership. I took advantage of that with this one here, The Isle of Ember Dark. And that is Brandon Sanderson. It's a part of his Cosmere series. I don't know how it fits in, but it's a standalone in its own thing about these cool little birds. It looks very awesome. It looks like an indie video game. I'm going to read it because it's just fantastic. The next book after that I saw, because I hardly ever see this book in hardcover. I always see it in mass market. And I'm like, nah, I don't really want to pick it up. But I finally found it at a Barnes & Noble in hardcover, and I was like, okay, I'm picking that up. I'm not going to be able to find that again. And this is like $37, this book here, and I'm just like, dang. But what's the chances of me finding a brand new copy of Brandon Sanderson's Warbreaker in hardcover? I know you can probably get it online, but like a used copy or even potentially a new copy. But I got this, and I am really looking forward to reading this. There is also a dramatic audiobook of this as well. And I end up grabbing it on Libby, and that's what I'm going to be listening to this on, following along with the book. So yeah, this is a maybe, but it's probably going to happen because I got it on Libby and I just want to try it out. The next one here, I'm finally continuing the series. My brothers are reading the series too. Now they done passed me up. I'm like, man, I was ahead of you guys, and then now you're passing me up. And that is the Dungeon Anarchist Cookbook. I'm very eager to jump back into this. These books aren't small, so I'm going to do my best this month to take them all down, because I want to be able to experience them. I just feel like I want to read everything. It was just so hard to just pinpoint these books. And I was like, well, how can I not read this and then not read that? But I want to read this and this. But I want to read newer books also, so that way I can kind of get the review up and get people knowing whether or not the book is for them. So this one is The Last Contract of Ishiko. Yeah, this is Fonda Lee. And this is everything that you can want in a fantasy story with a samurai, a dome, snow. I love settings that are in snow. It's so harsh, and the environment is it's cold, and I love cold weather. I love being up in the snow, getting a cabin. It's just, yes. There's an isolation. You can only be out in the snow for so long. And so there's a different element to it, right? More of a challenge. And, when it comes to world building, it's just such a huge plus that it's cold, right? For me, at least. And I'm just like, oh, I sure hope she takes advantage of that in this. So I'll be reading that for the month of June. I'm going to continue on with my lit RPG, and I'm going to read this book, He Who Fights with Monsters. And this is by Travis Deverell. This special edition is so good. I don't know. I love yellow. Yellow is one of my favorite colors. And this is kind of like a burnt orange yellowish type thing, but it's so good. I love the special edition and all the artwork, and it has like a reversible cover which has all kinds of monsters and stuff on it too. This is awesome. So I can't wait. I'm going to be first in line for the second and third one that's coming out later this year. I see him up there on Barnes and Noble. You can pre-order them, but I'm like, oh man, a guy, gets transported into this kind of fantasy world, and these monsters, and you say monsters, like I said, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there to check things out when you're talking about monsters. This next book I'm going to be reading here, and this is actually going to be the last one, and this is going to be a maybe as well. Star Trek: The Lost Years. Because if you recall, and if you're a fan of Star Trek, this is by J.M. Dillard, by the way. The time after the show ends and to the time the movie starts, there's several years gone by before the movies pick up. So what happened during those times? This goes into it. Like at the end of their mission, what are they doing? When I heard that premise, I was like, you know what? I'm there for it. I'm a big fan of Star Trek. I am. I'm a big fan of Star Trek. I love Star Trek. And Star Trek has always been cool. Dumbfounded me when I was like a kid watching the show. And I was like, oh, this is so awesome. They get to go to these different planets. And my imagination would just go wild. And I'm like, oh, this is so cool. The ship and then the battles. And so, yeah, I'm a huge fan of Star Trek. And I'm a fan of Star Wars too. So I will, once I take a little bit of a break from it, I will go back to reading those. And I want to see if I can collect the hardcover edition, the Thrawn trilogy. So I'm just like, oh, I want to get that. Yeah, this is going to be a maybe, depending on my progress within the month. I'm really going to be focusing in on reading a bunch. So I think this is like 15 books, 16 books. It's a lot, right? And some of these are small and other of these are big. So I'm just going to have fun. I'm just going to read. No pressure. If I don't reach my goal this month, I'll just move it on to the next month. But I just been sitting and doing just reading every day, reading every single day. I encourage you guys to pick up a book that you love and start taking it out and reading it and just like, yeah, it's reading. So guys, tell me what you're reading in the comments. Tell me what's going on with you. How was your month of May? How was, your reading? Did you find something you really enjoy? Did you find something that, is your new favorite? Anything and everything, guys. Let me know down in the comment section below. Yes, like, subscribe, and the bell right on my face. Tell me, guys, what have you been reading? Let me know. Newer books, older books, classics. Thank you so much for checking out my video and hanging with me until the end and watching just this guy and his books. I really appreciate you. I'm sure the cats do too. They're here, but they're over there. Guys, thank you. Until next time, take care.